Something in the chemo room? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, we might be a part of this investigation. He's going to be calling us.
It all comes back to CrossFit.
We ready to rock here?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm moving out of the way.
So there's not going to be anything ground. This isn't really seminar talk. There's nothing groundbreaking. I'm going to cover nutrition. This is specifically for the challenge. The challenge will go September 9th to 8 weeks after that, whatever that Sunday would be. I don't know what the date is, but that's what it is. We'll get specifics out. So it's gonna seem like a lot, but if you break it down, the individual parts aren't really hard, and they're just things that you're kind of hopefully thinking about and doing anyway. Okay. I tried to keep it really simple. What I want you to think about in this, don't try to game any part of this thing, right? If you have to ask the question, is it okay if like I do this, but it's not really, then the answer is no, okay, right? The point is just to be better, to do better, thinking about nutrition, recovery, and lifestyle and that. So we don't want to game it's an honor-based system. We don't want to game it. We just want to be better. That's the point. Okay, so I don't want you to try to look for loopholes or anything like that. Okay? So that's the date. It'll be all in-house. We're not charging anything. This is our first time doing this. So we're gonna see how this goes. But it should be interesting. So every day that we do this will be worth 20 points. So here's where it sounds like, what? 20 points a day? Are you kidding me? Right? But here's how it's broken down. And it's not bad. Nutrition, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Recovery, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Mobility, 2. Lifestyle, 5. And that's how it's broken down. So the only thing nutrition is, so this came from Ben Bergeron. This challenge is a combination of a couple challenges that I've wanted to try for a while, and the culture code is, you'll see that's a big part of it, and just general lifestyle stuff that I like. So this is just stuff that I like that I think people would benefit from. Okay? So the nutrition, this is from Ben Bergeron mostly. Has anybody heard of the 800-gram challenge? No? Okay. The 800-gram challenge is the simplest nutritional type measuring challenge that I've seen, and I think it's great. All it is 800 grams a day of fruit and vegetables. That's the only thing you measure. If you want to get into macros, we can look at your personal goals with something like that, but all you have to do is measure out up to 800 grams a day of fruits and vegetables. Okay? That's the only thing you have to measure. Okay? We're not finding macros, we're not finding grams of carbs, fat, or protein. We don't have to do the zone block system. I like this because it'll work with any good nutrition program. Okay? What about the only eat meat diet? No, I don't think that's a good nutrition program, so it's not going to work with that. Okay? But what I'm talking about, vegetables, leafy greens mostly, the non-starchy fruits and vegetables, berries are fine, apples are fine, all that stuff is fine. Okay? I know there's a lot of sugar in fruit, but as long as you're eating the fruit and not drinking juice, you're fine. Okay? I want you to eat it. Okay? That's the only thing that we're measuring for food. And really, that's the only real food thing. Okay? There's 2 other parts of the nutrition thing, but that's the only food thing. Okay? Pretty cool, huh? You like that, Melissa? So here's how the points for that work. Here's where it gets a little complicated, but I want minimum 600 grams. Okay, that's a good place to start. 600 grams of fruit or vegetables a day. You get 3 points for that if you hit that every day. Okay? If you add another 100 grams, up to 7, you get another point. Up to 8, we hit that 800 gram challenge. We get 5 points for that eating fruits and vegetables. Okay? Cool. Next part. This is from Ben Bergeron. Sitting for your meals. They did a challenge at CrossFit New England. You could eat whatever you wanted. You had to sit and eat. Whatever your meal was. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 meals. Okay? Snacks, whatever, I don't care. The 3 big meals, you have to sit down and eat. Okay? What that does is, you look at a plate, you're aware of what you're eating, you're portioning it out, and then going to sit down. So there's a lot there, but we keep it nice and simple. You sit and you eat. Okay? Now, does that mean I sit in my car after I go to McDonald's? No. You sit at it. You see, that's where we talk about gaming the challenge, right? We sit at a table and we eat our food.
What if our jobs don't allow that all the time?
Then you don't get your point.
You don't get the point?
Then you don't get your point.
Marty in the hole.
Well, so then you're not going to get 20 in. But I mean, you see why it's there though, right? And I don't know, hopefully like 1 a day maybe. You won't get your point, but you're trying, right?
Yeah.
Weekends maybe, I don't know, if you get weekends. Crime doesn't stop though, right? Okay. This one I think everybody can do. No swiping and eating. Okay? Get off your phone, iPad, whatever, when you eat. Because what you do is, you do one of these, right? You're not even thinking about it, okay? So you can kind of see this whole nutrition thing is just all about being conscious about what you're doing. That's it, okay? 1 point if when you eat all day, you're not on a phone. Hey, there's my phone. That's what I was looking for. You're not on a phone, an iPad, whatever. Okay? Can you read a magazine or a book when you eat? I don't know. I think that's okay. Talking to people, of course. But I don't want the swiping. The electronics are a little more interactive than like a book is, right? So reading, I'm okay with that. I want, and we're going to get into reading here in a bit. That's part of my lifestyle thing. I want it to be a real book or a real magazine or something like that, a journal, something. Okay? I want a physical paper book, okay, or magazine or whatever. If you need a book, I've got plenty of books up there you can look at. That is it for nutrition. Any questions on the nutrition thing? That is it. Okay? Nothing super complicated. And I think those are all just good, rational ways to approach nutrition. Okay? Recovery. Here's where I lose points. Recovery. Primarily sleep. 7 hours of sleep, you get 2 points. If you bump that up to 8 hours of sleep a night, you get another point. If you add a half hour to that, you get another point. So up to 8.5 hours of sleep, you get 5 points.
How about like a quick half-hour nap?
We won't count that.
Okay. Has to be at night.
Well, yeah, at night.
Well, yeah. But like, you know.
I want a block.
Gotcha.
And why I added this half hour. So what I want, you're not gonna turn the light off, fall asleep, sleep 8.5 hours, and wake up 8.5 hours later, right? You're gonna get up and pee like I do, maybe 3 times a night.
You should get your cholesterol.
Should I? Do you think Dr. Price would do that for me? Where'd he go? You're going to turn off the light and you're going to make an effort to sleep. If you toss and turn one night but you're in bed making an effort for 8.5 hours, excellent. That's what I want you to rest, whatever that number you're shooting for is. Okay? I want it to be restful. Okay? for recovery. Okay? If, like me, because I'm planning on reading before bed, if you are reading before bed, you put your book down, you turn off the light, that's about when your 8.5 hours start. Or whatever time you're doing. But that's when the time starts, okay? That one's pretty straightforward. Any questions on that? Okay. No caffeine 8 hours before bed. Settle down! Settle down! Settle down!
We all almost walked out.
I'm gonna have to watch the playback on that one.
There's an actual study that shows like if you drink your energy drink whatever at like 2 or 3, whichever one does, like that shit isn't leaving your system until 10:30, 11. That's why people not get to
The effects of caffeine are 6.5 hours. So I made it 8. Because I can do what I want. It's my challenge. You want to change it, you make your own challenge. Okay? 8 hours. 8 hours before bed. I also like that because, so my schedule's different, but I get up, I coach, I work out, I go to work, and then I go to bed. So I have an 8-hour buffer. As long as I don't drink caffeine at work, I'm fine. Okay? As long as most normal people, like Jordan said, don't drink caffeine after about noon, you're fine. Okay? And people at work have said this, and I've heard it from people in the gym. I could drink a Red Bull and go right to sleep. Yeah, maybe. Is it restful sleep? Are you recovering? Are you hitting REM? Probably not. Okay? You might be unconscious, but you're not getting restful sleep. Okay? So don't worry, you get caffeine. Just avoid it 8 hours before bed. No screens. What did I do for this, Caitlin? Was this a half hour? Before bed?
I thought it was an hour. Hold up.
Let's make it a half hour. No screens, TV, iPad. Okay, so here's where the reasonability thing comes in. You set your alarm on your phone. That's fine. You sit on Instagram for 30 minutes before bed. No, that's not the point. Okay? A quick setting an alarm, that's fine. But before bed, no screens, 30 minutes. Okay? So here's where reading a book comes into play. A paper book. You can read your book right up to bed, that's fine. The blue light in your phone, photoreceptors in your eye, stimulate you to be awake. So here's another gaming the system. What if I turn on my bedtime thing on my phone? No. Because what you're doing on your phone, social media, games, whatever, that's stimulating your brain also. So you're not going to fall asleep very well right away. Okay? Sound reasonable?
I feel like we should all go buy a book and when you finish it, bring it here.
Right? We could have a good library.
Right?
I have some good ones. This Dave Castro one's really good. The Ben Bergeron one is excellent. Chasing Excellence.
Gotta get the Omnivore's Dilemma back.
That's a good one. Okay. I have some books if you guys want suggestions. Questions on recovery? Okay, here we go. Easy. Mobility. 20 minutes, you get 1 point. Another 20 minutes, you get a second point. So what does that mean? Maybe 20 minutes after your workout, 20 minutes before bed. 20 minutes when you wake up, 20 minutes before bed. 20 minutes when you wake up, 20 minutes after your workout. 20 minutes before your workout. I don't care. 20 minutes, roughly, okay? So I made it 20 minutes because most ROMWADs are 20 minutes. So if you're a ROMWAD subscriber, do your ROMWAD hop on a foam roller, you're good. Okay? Couple stretches after your workout, roughly a half hour, or roughly 20 minutes, roll on a foam roller, you're good. Okay? Mobility is big, and I think it's neglected, obviously. But I'm getting better. Okay, lifestyle. So here's where we get kooky, and here's where you see that I made this challenge. Read for 20 minutes a day, I don't care what it is. Book, magazine. Romance novel?
Children's literature.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I read all the time.
That's fine. Harry Potter? Is that what we're talking? Or what?
More like We Do Not Eat Our Classmates.
Oh,
Hands Are Not for Hitting.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Best sellers, all of them.
The CrossFit Level 1 manual, that'd be good reading.
That'll put you to sleep.
Right? It's actually, yeah, it depends on the chapter. But 20 minutes a day of anything. So, side note, when I hated reading until I was about 25. And then I started liking it, and I started with fiction. And then I felt bad that I'm reading these stupid science fiction novels. And I tried to read nonfiction. But if you just read anything, you're seeing words, you're building your vocabulary, you're using your imagination, even if it's fiction. So all that's great. I don't care if you read stupid sci-fi novels like I'm going to do. Children's books, that's fine. If you have to read something for work, that's fine. Okay? Textbooks. But reading will help. 20 minutes a day. I'm planning on doing it before bed. If you want to double dip and read while you eat, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So here, Kayla, we can break that 20 minutes up. You want to read 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, that's fine. I just want you to read for 20 minutes. Okay? Here we go. Follow a work and rest cycle. So some people work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Some people do, for me, I do Monday, well now it's going to change, but whatever. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Some people do 3 and 1. Some people do, whatever, 3 times a week, I don't know. If you follow a work and rest cycle, and you follow it that day, you get 2 points. Okay? So the only thing that will require at the beginning of your challenge, commit to something. Okay? I'm going to work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay? And if you work out Monday, you get 2 points. If you take a rest Tuesday, you get 2 points. If you work out Wednesday, you get 2 points. As long as you follow your cycle, you get 2 points.
So we have to do that for the full 8 weeks.
Yep.
Have it planned out.
Yep.
So if we do shift work,
Yeah, work with one of us on that. If you're planning on 3 days a week, maybe, or whatever, we can adjust that. Sorry, we can adjust for that, but not for your sitting and eating.
have most of the days scheduled up to that point.
Okay. So just a rough schedule is fine, but I want something. The point of that is, so it goes both ways. A lot of people will, well, I'm going to come Wednesday. I don't really like the workout. I'm going to come Thursday instead. Or I'm going to come 7 days a week and I'm just going to beat the hell out of myself. I want to find that happy medium. Okay? The CrossFit prescription is 3 and 1. 3 on, 1 off. To the end of time. That'll work with this program, but you don't have to do that. Okay? 2 points a day for that. Personal goal. This can be, I want you to challenge yourself, but it can be absolutely anything. Okay? Giving up smoking, giving up drinking.
Giving up flat earth conspiracy?
Well, you gotta stay woke though, so. Something that you want to do to better yourself that can be absolutely anything. Even if it's something as simple as drink, set a limit, but drink 64 ounces of water a day. I don't know, something. Okay? I want it to be something real that you can put something you can kind of measure or whatever. For me, I'm planning on tracking all my macros through the challenge. Okay? So here's where it gets dicey. I give up cigarettes. Every day I don't smoke, I get 2 points. So I'm just going to smoke every other day. That's not the point. If that's what happens, that's not the point. If that's what happens, that's what happens. You're losing points either way. But the point is to do something to better yourself. Okay? Any questions on the 20 points? And I don't know. We'll see how this goes. It's going to be fun. First, this is a trial run. You're going to be guinea pigs. Okay. Now we get bonus points. I'm excited for this one. If in 8 weeks you log 35 workouts in Sugar Lodge with your score, you get 150 points for the challenge, added on bonus at the end. Do the math. What's 8 weeks times 5 times a week? 40. So if you're coming 5 times a week, you got your 40 days, no problem. Okay. Now here's where I'm going to get fighting. What is 12 times 2? 24. So if you're a limited member, you're not going to hit 35. I want you to come more.
You can always scale it though and do it at home, right? To a point, depending on, like, you know, like if there's a Cindy thing or you know, best if you're really long in Sugar Wad and get your scaled workout in.
Yeah. I don't want that to happen, but yeah, that's fine.
I would do my best out of the rig.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for,
Yeah.
'cause you're not gonna, you can't scale everything.
Exactly. Right.
Like, yeah, what too if you're traveling and you drop in on a box? So.
That's fine.
Like, you can still put that into Sugar Water.
Put it
That's
into,
what I mean. You
put it
can't
into
put
Sugar Water as a custom workout.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
There's
good.
a way to do that.
Yeah, I'm good with that. If you travel, especially if you travel or work out somewhere, if you log it, I'm good with that. Yeah. I don't want somebody subbing today's workout for 10 single arm presses each side and logging it and saying they worked out. Okay. I just want it to be, again, realistically, reasonably. But yeah, if you travel and you find a gym in Ireland to work out at, you should get even more bonus points because that shit's hard, right?
They don't work out.
They just drink and fight. That's their every day of the workout is drink then fight. Okay. So that's the attendance. That's kind of what sparked this whole thing. That came from CrossFit Ice House. They do a membership challenge, an attendance challenge. I think they do 60 days, a 60-day period, 30 logins, 30 check-ins. So ours is pretty close to that, 35. But that's where that part came from. Weekly bonuses. I thought of this last night, so I threw it in there. And I ran it by Caitlin this morning, and she thought it was a good idea. So you can blame her for feeding into my... these can be anything. They'll pop up. My idea is to pop them up on Monday. It can be something you can do anytime through the week. And then if you did it, give yourself 20 points. 20 points because it's worth an extra day, basically. That's kind of how I did that. I made this 150 points because it would be worth a little more than a week if you hit that, points-wise. But so just to give you an idea of kind of what the weekly bonus would be. Friends Friday, you bring a friend, that's your bonus. Okay? We're starting Sunday classes, Sunday morning classes. You come to the Sunday morning class, that's 20 points. That's 20 points.
Not happening.
Right? Well, right, and that's fine. They're bonus points. The point of that is for me to throw something at you to keep you on your toes. The Open will be, it starts October 10th. Sign up for the Open. There's 20 points. It can be whatever I want. Or whatever Caitlin wants. Or John. Or Danny. Or Jeremy. Or Kayla. Did I get everybody? I think so. Oh, 10. 10. Okay, anything we want. But yeah, I want to make it fun, so I think that'll be fun. Okay? That's a challenge.
So we just log this in, like
Yeah, I have a spreadsheet. I was thinking we could also make just a little card with just this on it, and you could log it yourself. And I think what we'll do is anybody who wants to do it, we'll write your name on this board, and every week we'll update your point total. Does that sound about right?
I like being able to see be held accountable. Compete at all times.
Oh, yeah.
Does everybody have Dropbox? Like get that app on your phone, Dropbox.
Yeah.
You can put the Excel spreadsheet in there,
Oh,
pull it out, log it, put it back in the Dropbox.
Oh.
And that way it's current. If you really want to know what Joe Snuffy's doing, you can see what he does now.
Need a workshop.
could you modify the spreadsheet for that?
I can show you. You don't have to modify the sheet. We just have to share your Dropbox. And then we just put the spreadsheet in there. Then you go in, like if it's Baldwin goes in and logs this stuff. Once he's done, he puts it back in the Dropbox. And then if I want to do mine, then I go to Dropbox,
Yeah.
take it out, put my stuff in, put it back in the Dropbox.
I'm good with that.
Everybody
We'll
just
try to
needs
put it on the board. If you're traveling, shoot us a text and we'll update it. Or have Evie tell us. If you're fighting crime, while you're holding a perp down, send me a text.
Okay. Send me a snap on that.
Choke him with the kettlebell.
Yeah. Okay.
Weekly bonus there.
Yeah, catch one of the FBI's 10 most wanted. That's 150 points.
10 most wanted.
You can eat wherever you want if you get one of them, Brian.
Yeah, El Chapo's going down.
Okay, does all of that sound reasonable? Any of that too much?
7 hours of sleep. Yeah. With kids, yeah.
Right? So, and like for that, I get it. If your kids if you're trying to sleep, right? Right? If you are up on your phone for 4 hours in the middle of the night, then no. But if you're making an attempt, just be honest with yourself. If you feel like you deserve those 2 points, Brian, I'm not going to
'Cause your
fight
kid
you.
was
I'm
vomiting
not
all
right.
night
I'm not
long.
going to fight you over that. Okay? But if I think we're all pretty honest. So, any question on like where anything came from? You see a little CrossFit.com, CrossFit headquarters in there. Personal stuff of mine. General health and Ben Bergeron.
So are we going to be shown how to count these grams? For the,
You'll need a scale.
so I
Do
can
you do your vegetable raw or cook?
I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Don't care.
Okay.
I'd prefer you measure them raw and then cook them, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't care. If you go to the step of measuring your vegetables, excellent. We're winning. And this 800 gram challenge is a good. I can't remember the woman's name who started this thing, but it's a good, easy way to get into actually counting all your food. You just have to focus on one thing, fruit and vegetables, and you just have to hit 800 grams a day. For us, we're making it 600, but that's it. You don't have to break it down into the individual macros. No net carbs, none of that BS, right? It's fruits and vegetables. Weigh your apple. What's your apple weigh? 100 grams? 140 grams?
Are you asking me?
Am I right?
Out there.
Out there.
Think of it. Isn't a banana like 130-ish?
Yeah.
for a medium?
2 cups of broccoli is about 200 grams. That's fine. And close is good enough for that. The point is, so we don't weigh out 100 grams of broccoli, eat all of our rice, eat all of our chicken, and nibble on our broccoli and say we ate 100 grams of broccoli. Okay? That's what you eat. Got to play to the camera.
you're breaking the fourth wall, bro.
Okay, cool. That's all I had actually. Oh, yeah, cool 40 minutes. Not bad for me. 20 minutes of stretching or rolling. Yeah, and or.
Like the WADS warm up.
Yeah, 20 minutes twice a day.
And like the WADS warm up doesn't count as that.
Right. See? You're getting it.
I'm trying not to find the loopholes.
That's right. And if you have any questions about my intent or anything, ask me and we'll figure out what I meant. No. If we want to. You can record it yourself on Post-its for all I care. And we'll update it.
It's going to be in a notebook probably.
I'll type this out too.
I can explain it to Rachel.
Oh, okay, yeah.